What will the Atlanta Falcons do now? This is your boy Madmike here with another edition of Unleashed. All right, Unleashed is a concept from Madmike Sports. It's gonna pretty much give you guys random. All right, you're gonna have shows where I'm going completely apeshit. You're gonna have shows where I'm incredibly calm, informative. You never know what you're gonna get from this series of Unleashed. So a lot of people have gotten, I've gotten a lot of comments on whether I should be quote unquote more professional, have a more scripted type show. And if you guys like that type of show, head over to the heavy hitters. All right, that's perfect for you guys over there, where we pretty much just stick to the topic at hand. It's not a lot of yelling, there's not a lot of ranting. And if you prefer that style, head over to the Heavy Hitters on the Heavy Hitters live show. Myself, Jew Talk Sport, K Styles, the Dunn, at his channel at the Dunn's Favor. Also Madmike Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation. All right, this is Atlanta Falcons Nation, your boy Madmike. But this is a show where I have to talk about the Atlanta Falcons coaching, and how how things are getting interesting, to say the least. We have a couple of updates as far as that's concerned. Brian Callahan. Now, Callahan is a guy that I definitely wanted. He's one of those guys, when you look at his tenure as a offensive coordinator, a quarterbacks coach, he's helped develop guys like Derek Carr. You have guys like Joe Burrow. He is a quarterbacks guy. He's a passing game guy. So you look at this Atlanta Falcons team and why I personally thought that he would be the perfect guy for the Atlanta Falcons. As an offensive guy, all right, just an offensive guy. If you're looking at offense, you look at what the Atlanta Falcons need right now. I think the offensive line, we have Jake Matthews, Matthew Bergeron, you have Drew Dahlman. Obviously, Chris Lindstrom is the best guard in the league, in my opinion. And then you have Caleb Maggiet, who's made an incredible, just improvement in the last few years of his tenure with the Atlanta Falcons. So I think the offensive line is fine. When you look at the running back core, you have a guy like Cordero Patterson. It's still up where he's going to head. The running back position with Tyler Algier, who's an absolute stud and physical back. And then you have the guy, the all-around guy, the guy who made the all-rookie team, and Bijan Robinson. So congratulations to him for that. He's just been absolutely amazing. So this Atlanta Falcons offense definitely has the offensive line, the running game. And then when you look at the passing game, I think this is one of the things what got Arthur Smith fired. And we still up in the air what's going to happen with a guy like Dave Ragone, and whether or not his services is going to be renewed here in Atlanta. And Brian Callahan, in my opinion, when you look at this running, especially the concepts and the passing concepts, a lot of people are wondering what happened to Kyle Pitts. All right, is he healthy? Is he not healthy? All right, we don't know for sure, so I'm going to take his word for it that he was dealing with a far worse issue than we all initially thought. And when you look at that particular aspect, I'm gonna give him a break. Look, I still think he was lazy. I still think if a guy is healthy enough to play, that he should play with a little bit more enthusiasm. He'll pay a little bit more aggression. I just didn't see a guy that really wanted to be out there all the time. And maybe that had a lot to do with, his confidence or the lack thereof in that particular knee. He says on his Twitter, not Twitter account, but his Instagram account, that he was dealing with an MCL and a PCL. So it was a far worse issue than we all initially thought it was. And like I said, for me, I'm gonna give him a break just based off that. I'm gonna take his word for it. He doesn't, he's not one of those guys that, he deserves the benefit of the doubt. He hasn't shown that he's a selfish type of player, but I did question his work ethic. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you look at Kyle Pitts, man, and what he can do with a Kyle Pitts, what he can do with Drake London. I think the Atlanta Falcons, you add a Jonnu Smith, and then you add a guy like Bijan Robinson, who can be an asset in the passing game himself. So this hire with Brian Callahan, I think this is the best thing for a team like the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, you have him as a passing game coordinator, and then you went out and you drafted a guy like Malik Willis, and then now you have the young quarterback that, you look at what he can quite possibly be in Will Levis. I think they have to figure out a way to see if either one of those guys are best. And like I said, this is why Callahan, for me personally, was he was a guy that I was looking at that could quite possibly be not only a head coach for the Atlanta Falcons, but a long shot head coach. All right. I don't want you guys to beat me up too bad about it, but Callahan is a guy, you look at his time in Cincinnati, helping develop a guy like Joe Burrow, and then you like the passing games. He's helped put the passing game concepts together there. I think he would have been a pretty good addition. Maybe not the head coaching position for the Atlanta Falcons, but I thought he would be a good offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons. But also, you look at Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is another guy that I thought was him signing with the Chargers. I think this is the best place for him. He was on not only my radar as a possible perfect position or head coach or hire for the Atlanta Falcons, because just look at how the game has changed. And not necessarily change, but the focus on where the offense, how the NFL and what they want to do to help market the game itself and bring in more fans and bring in more revenue. He's one of those guys, along with his brother, John Harbaugh. But the Baltimore Ravens, they want to see more spread. They want to see more RPO. They want to see more fast-paced offenses. And to be honest, this is where a lot of fans want. All right, a lot of fans want fast, upbeat offense. They don't want to see old school football. And that's just the way things are. No matter how much we complain about, we like old school styles of play, NFL doesn't want it. Most of their fans don't want it. So this is where Jim Harbaugh, you look at the college, the NFL game, they want to make these guys interchangeable. They want this guy to be in these two platforms as far as college and NFL. They want them to be to coexist as far as the style is concerned. They don't want a lot of change, and they want an easier process for a lot of young quarterbacks to come in and have instant success. And this is where a guy like Jim Harbaugh, he understands the college game, he understands the NFL game, and he would be a perfect guy to come in to help develop a young quarterback a lot quicker. And they just want to use a lot of these concepts. So I thought Jim Harbaugh would be the first one. And then you look at a guy like Bill Belichick and whether or not he will be the Atlanta Falcons head coach. They're still up in the air. The Falcons have done an extensive research and search in regards to him being the head coach. Yes, it started off incredibly hot. And yes, it has slowed down. But when you look at things and you look at guys like Jim Harbaugh, who signed a 5-year deal with the Los Angeles Chargers, I think when you look at what Arthur Blank stated, and this is something that we talked about last night on the Heavy Hitters, is that if he is truly tired of losing, and he would go after the most successful coach perhaps the game has ever seen, and this is Bill Belichick. So I think what it all comes down to, it comes down to two things. Do the Atlanta Falcons want to secure a future? And they want to focus on younger coaches. They want to focus on a younger, a style of football, or do they want to focus on winning? Now, Arthur Blank stated that he wants to win and he wants experience. The last few head coaches for the Atlanta Falcons have been guys that are first-time head coaches. Now, I have several people that have come to me personally, and I've had conversation with certain sources, and these guys feel as though that, the Atlanta Falcons are going to hire a guy that they can control. So if this were and is to be true, I think you should look at a guy like Raheem Morris. All right. He's already interviewed with the Atlanta Falcons, and it has been 2 times. So if the Falcons truly want to win, they're going to hire a guy like Bill Belichick. If they truly want an experienced guy, they're going to hire a guy like Bill Belichick. But if the Atlanta Falcons aren't really serious about winning and they are more focused on control and how they want things to go, then they're going to hire a young guy and a guy that's pretty much a retread, and they're going to be in a position where they're going to control. All right. So like I said, I want to know what you guys think about this, man. This is my personal take. If the Falcons want to win, Bill Belichick is the guy. If they want to win now, Bill Belichick is the guy. If they want to focus on the future, then hiring a guy perhaps like Bobby Slowick, Ben Johnson, who is rumored to be headed to the Washington Commanders. Don't know if we haven't gotten that, but there's rumors that out there that they're strongly considering him. Also, a lot of people are mentioning guys like Eric Bieniemy. I don't think Eric Bieniemy is anywhere. He hasn't interviewed for with any team for the head coaching position, in my opinion. I haven't seen anything, and in my opinion, I don't think he's qualified to be a head coach. But that's my take. Or you look at a guy again, Bobby Slowick, Ben Johnson. If these guys want to focus on the future, you can throw a guy in there. Again, Raheem Morris, if you want quote unquote experience in itself, he's been around the league. Players like him, and like I said, I think he's just one of those guys. He's a yes man. I think players like him because he's energetic, he's cool, and I think that's one of the reasons why the Atlanta Falcons are looking at him, because players like him. But like me personally, man, I don't give a damn about people liking you. I don't give a damn about any of that. I want to win. So again, let me know what you guys think about this, man. Again, Falcons want to win now and develop players the proper way. Bill Belichick is the guy. If you want an exciting and you want to focus on developing the coaching staff in the future, look out for the future, then a guy like Ben Johnson, Bobby Slowick is your guy. If you want a guy that's experienced and he's well liked and you can control, then Raheem Morris is your guy. So let me know what you guys think about that. Which do you think the Atlanta Falcons will lean towards? Will Arthur Blank sit? And I mean, will he pretty much because there is some questions out there that he's not really calling the shots in Atlanta, and that guy is Rich McKay. Is Rich McKay the guy that is really in full control of the Atlanta Falcons? If he is true to what he stated, that he's tired of losing and he wants to win, then he will hire Bill Belichick. If he goes back on what he stated, then we know for sure that Rich McKay is truly running the Atlanta Falcons. All right. And again, if you guys have not seen that episode, head over to the Heavy Hitters live channel. Myself, Don, Six Man K Styles, Jew Talk Sports. We broke it down. All right. We really broke it down. We did extensive research on this particular topic. But again, if you guys like this has been another edition of Unleash with Madmike. All right. You never know what version of Madmike you're going to get. It is what it is. If you like it, you like it. All right. But hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this particular channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Help us get to 10K.